Hi guys, this is Daniel from Gamers Run Wild, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a Technic server in 4 easy steps. Step 1 is how to download the Technic launcher. Step 2 is how to download the Technic server. Step 3 is how to download Hamachi, and finally Step 4 is how to install mods. So if you've already downloaded the Technic launcher, you can skip straight to Step 2 by clicking the annotation. If you've already got the server up and working, but your friends can't join, just skip straight to Step 3. That shows you how to invite your friends to the server. And finally, Step 4 is quite obvious, that's how to install mods. So let's get started with Step 1. Hi guys, and welcome to Step 1 on how to download the Technic launcher. So basically for this, it's very simple, very simple. All you've got to do is go to the Technic website. I'll put the link in the description. So if we open the Technic website and then go to downloads, it should say download the launcher. So obviously you've got the Windows, the Mac, Linux. Now because I'm using Windows, I'll click Windows, but obviously if you're using Mac or Linux, you want to download the respective file. So I'm going to go to Windows. Shouldn't take too long to download. And then if I show it in my downloads folder. Now here, all you've got to do, I like to have a desktop icon. So if you drag it to your desktop, because I've already done that, I don't need to do that. So imagine I've just dragged it onto my desktop, and here it is. So now when you double click it, it should come up with a load of mod packs. I think there's 7 or so. I'll just go through them now. So you've got your, I believe that's default Minecraft with like no mods. Hack and Mine, Yogbox, Tekkit Classic, Big Dig, Vaults, Tekkit Lite, Hexit, Tekkit, and you can add new packs if you want to. This video is focusing more on Tekkit. So if you go to the top here, there should be a little cog icon. It's like the settings. You want to make sure that you always use stable launcher builds, and you want to dedicate enough memory to the launcher. So I dedicate 8 gigs. You can dedicate how much you have. Just make sure you don't dedicate too much or dedicate more than your machine actually has. So I currently dedicating 8 gigabytes of memory. And then you want to log in using your normal Minecraft credentials. So my username, my password, which is probably wrong because it always remembers it wrong for some reason. And then when you click launch, it should start downloading all the mods. Because I've already downloaded them before, it took about a second for me. But the first time you do it, it will take, say, a few minutes because it's the first time and it's having to download all the mods. So it takes quite a while longer. But because I've already done that, it took a few seconds. And then that's it. It just loads the normal Minecraft launcher that you're used to. However, it will say some more stuff down here about Minecraft Forge, MCP, FML, number of mods loaded. Mine be slightly more than yours. Yours should be like 85 or 86, something like that. You'll have to read all your settings if you've never used Technic before. It doesn't remember your default Minecraft ones if you've changed them. And from here you can just click single player and load a world, and it should work fine. So yeah, that's step 1 on how to download the Technic launcher. Hi guys, and welcome to step 2 on how to download the Technic server. But before we download the server, we just need to check if we can actually run a server. So if we go to can I host a Minecraft server, here it is, and it should come up with this website. Now this website will determine whether or not our computer can handle a Minecraft server. If it can't handle a Minecraft server, it most likely can't handle a Tekkit server. If it says you can run, say, more than, say, 5 people, then you should be fine with, say, a few people on Tekkit, but it may lag a tiny bit. So first of all, it wants to know our upload and download speed. So we can find this out at speedtest.net. So I'm just going to open this in a new tab, and I'm just going to click begin test. And while this is working out my ping, my download speed and upload speed, we need to work out how much RAM do we have. Now, if you don't know how much RAM you have, you can find out by going to Start, Control Panel. This is only if you're on Windows 7. I don't know about Windows 8 and Mac. So yeah, Start, Control Panel, System and Security, System, and it will tell you here. I've got 32 gigabytes on my computer, and it wants to know in megabytes. So I've got 32, and if you didn't know, let me just get the calculator up. So I've got 32 gigabytes, and in 1 gigabyte there's 1024 megabytes. So in megabytes, I've got 32,706. Oh, it's not even typing. 32,760 8. There we go. Hopefully this is now done. Okay, so it's worked out my ping and stuff. So my download speed is 61.94. Download speed 61.94, and my upload speed is 3.03. 3.03. So this will tell me I can host a server for 9 people, a Minecraft server. So that's more than enough, because Hamachi only allows up to 5 people unless you start paying. So, you know, it's a good start. We can actually run one. So now, if we go to the Technic website, and now we need to download the server. So instead of going to download this time, we now go to mod packs. We go to the relevant mod pack, so we're doing Tekkit. If you scroll to the bottom, it should come up. Here it is. Get Tekkit. Now we can get the launcher here again, but obviously we don't want to do that. Or we can get the Technic Server. So currently it's 1.18 server. So if I click download, it's going to download in a zip file. It's going to take 30 odd seconds. So it's quite a big file actually, 28. That's not too big, but I'll probably cut this out and come back to me when it's finished. Hi guys, as you can see, my Tekkit server zip file has finally downloaded. So if I just open this, and then I've set up a desktop folder. I just find this easier. So if I just drag all these files into here, I can now close the zip. Right, so as you can see, we've got a config folder, core mods and mods. We'll go through those folders in step 4 of this video. Launch bat, which you can edit and change the minimum and maximum amount of RAM you dedicate to your server. I'm just going to leave it on its default. Launch.sh, Minecraft server jar, server properties, which is a bit like the Minecraft properties if you've ever set up a Minecraft server. It's basically message of the day, spawn monsters, spawn animals, PvP, difficulty, basically everything about your server is mostly in here, apart from the mods. And then Tekkit jar. So if we now run launch.bat, it should start downloading the library files, and then it will come up with this, and it will just say pause. This basically what's happened is it was downloading the library files. As you can see, it's created a new folder called lib, and it encountered an error, a download error, a download error. So it encountered 2 errors, 2 download errors. Okay, so basically to fix this, what we need to do is we need to open our Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, whatever you use for internet, and then go to Minecraft Forge. Once again, I'll put the link in the description below. And then we need to go to the E and Q. So if I can close this first page and it didn't work for some reason, E and Q. And if we scroll down, it should say, here it is, common problems and solutions. Now it's this first part here, it says download this or this. This one here is for Minecraft 1.4.7 or lower, and Tekkit uses Minecraft 1.5.2. So we need to download this. This basically downloads all the library files, all of them. So if I show this in the folder, if I now open this zip and get this error message away, not even error message, and then go into lib, we can now delete all these that it's downloaded because they're wrong, and drag all these in. So now when I click launch.bat, hopefully it should start loading the server. As you can see, it's currently registering all the mods and downloading all the mods and stuff, and soon it should say about dimensions, and it should be ready. Yep, it's preparing spawn, and it's unloading dimensions. So basically, once you get to this, yep, Galacticraft remote version. Okay, so now the server's up and running, but now we need to be able to join the server, and I'm going to go through that in step 3. So yeah, I'm just going to skip to step 3. Hi guys, and welcome to step 3 on how to download Hamachi. As you can see, I've already got Hamachi downloaded, but to download Hamachi, you have to go to the Hamachi website, this first one here, and you want to tick conditions of use, click download now. It will start downloading an MSI file, and this is basically just a wizard, and it will go through the setup. So I'm not going to do that now because I've already done that, so I want to know, but you want to go through the setup, and once that's downloaded, it should bring up this. It should pretty much be the same. There might be some text here saying you need to power on. So to power on, all you've got to do is click this button here, and it will start probing, synchronizing, stuff like that, and it'll power on. Now I've already got a room set up, but you need to start with setting a new room up. So if I click create, so a network ID, let's just say gamers run wild, and then password, obviously it can be anything, so I'm just going to put that as Daniel for now. Maybe Daniel is better than James. That's a bit harsh. Keep it as Daniel. Click create. Oh, I don't think I did a cap in Daniel. Right. Okay, create. Password. Okay. Apparently Daniel's not allowed. I'm going to try it again. Daniel. There we go. So as you can see, I've now got a new room. You can set access, so you can make it so it doesn't accept new network members, even if they get the password right. You can set it so it doesn't need a password, or you can change the password. If you change it, you don't need to know the old one, which is fairly useful. And you can make it so that it has to approve all members manually. Now, only the sort of person who set the network up can change this stuff. I would recommend doing manual approve because I think that's quite useful. Okay, so now I've got that set up. What you want to do is you want to have all your friends who are playing on the server, bearing in mind you can only have up to 5 people, to download Hamachi, and instead of create a network, they need to join your network using the network ID, which was Gamers Run Wild, and the password, which was Daniel for me. But obviously yours will be different. So I'm going to delete that because I'm not going to use that. There we go. Okay, so now that you've got Hamachi, and all your friends who you want to play on the server have got Hamachi, if you have more than 5 people you want to have on the server, you can, let me see if I can find it. You can buy subscription. I don't know how much it is, but it allows more people to be in a room and more people to be in a network at one time. But obviously then you're paying. So yeah, now that you've got that set up, if I just go to my Technic server and launch my launcher, as was done in step 1, and launch my server, as was done in step 2, there still shouldn't be any problems with this. Where's my launcher gone? There it is. As you can see, it's still working fine, no problems. Download error's gone, and it's loading perfectly fine. Wonderful. And did I click launch? I don't think I did. So if we now wait for the launcher to load, instead of going into single player, obviously we want to go into multiplayer this time. And because we've got a server running, we now need to join the server. So if we wait for this to load, it's not responding. There we go. Go to multiplayer. I don't actually need that one anymore. So if I click add server, server name can be anything, and it can be different between you and all your friends. So like they could have, I don't know, server, you could have my server, say. So I'm just going to put it as server. Now the server address is these numbers up here that I've blurred out in the video, but you should see there's some numbers and then there's a /. What you want to do is copy the numbers before the /, and you want to include the dots. So I'm just going to do that for myself. If I click I personally hide address, you don't have to though. So as you can see, green bars. If I join, it won't let me join. And there's a reason for this, and this is because of step 4. I've got mods, and the mods aren't in the server file because we haven't done that. So if it should say though I tried to connect. Yeah, it unloaded me because I had mods it didn't like. So if I stop this, there we go. Now if I go to my proper one, go to my launch.bat, it should start downloading all the mods again. I'm going to delete this one, I don't need this. As you can see, Biomes of Plenty is one of the mods. That's one of the mods I'm going to be going through in step 4. It's a really good mod, but I'll explain more about that in step 4. And it looks like it's going to be done soon. Is it done? There we go. So now if I try and join, don't spite me, don't annoy me. There we go. I'm in. And now if all this stuff can be dropped. So now I'm in. If your friends copy the same server address you put in, they should be able to join. And yeah, that's how you get friends into your Tekkit server. So I'm now going to move on to step 4, which was how to install mods. Hi guys, and welcome to step 4 on how to download and install mods on your Technic server. And just so you're aware, in step 3 you will have noticed that it's a pretty nice hill over there actually. You will have noticed, so I just went totally off course. You will have noticed I can actually log into the server. That's because I had mods installed to my client. So I've now removed them from the client. So now we're exactly the same stage. I'm now currently on the server that I couldn't get onto in the last step. So now what we want to do is put mods onto our server. So if I just disconnect. Right, first step, find mods to install. So if we open our internet browser and go to Minecraft, this is a really good website, Minecraft MCF, or mod list MCF even. You can find it either way. I'll put the link in the description below. And because we're using Minecraft version 1.5.2, we need to view the list for 1.5.2 mods. Now this website is pretty damn good. So as you can see, there's 674 mods for Minecraft version 1.5.2. And if we can do a simple search or advanced search. So mod name, which is this bit here. So for the first mod on the list, additional crafting. The author, which is here, so Chibil. The description, which is this bit here, it says adds more blocks and crafting recipes to the game. Could be a cool mod. Tags are these bits along here. So as you can see, it says universal, forge required. If it says forge required, that means we can definitely use it because Tekkit uses forge. SSP, generally you won't be able to work. They work in single player and have their own mod file. I wouldn't recommend getting anything saying SSP, and potentially not even LAN in as well. Potentially LAN, I generally just wouldn't recommend anything saying SSP or LAN. These two boxes here say player IP and render player IP. And that means for this mod to work, we need Forge, which it has, and we'd need these two mods as well. So you'd have to go off, I believe if you click these, it should take you to them on the list, hopefully. Here it is, player API. So you need to download that as well. And you need that one as well. So they're the tags. There are a load of other tags, like sometimes it will say not Forge required. You cannot use them for your Tekkit server. See if I can find any more. See, like here, not Forge required. So it can't be run with Forge, which means we wouldn't be able to use this mod. And then lastly, it doesn't have an advanced search, but there's sometimes a little world icon, which is an open source mod. We're not going to worry too much about that in this video. So first of all, we want to find our mods. I'm just going to use simple search because it's probably slightly easier. So if we start with hats, probably one of the most important mods. It adds an aesthetic feature onto players, namely hats. It comes with pre-packaged 77 hats. So who doesn't want 77 hats to wear? I mean, I know I freaking do. We'll ignore these for now. We'll come back to them later in the video. So if I open a link in a new tab, generally the links for the mods are okay. And I don't mean they're okay as in they're safe. All the sites are safe that I've come across. But sometimes it links you to a site that's, say, outdated, or that just doesn't work for some reason. But I know Hats does, so if we click download, we want for 1.5.2, so 1.6, 1.6, 1.6, 1.5. This is the latest Hats version for 1.5. So if we download this, it should take us to AdFly, which it has, and it will, complain that I've got ad blocker, so it'll make us wait another 9 seconds. Okay, so now we've got Hats. If we try and get damage indicators, we'll try and get 3 mods working in this video. So if I open this link in a new tab, I can skip the ad now. Actually, no, let's just go for 4 mods. Let's make it even. So if I download now, there we go, this is downloaded. And this has taken us to another website. So damage indicators. This download link is for Minecraft 1.6, which, as I'm sure I've said enough times, we want 1.5. So older versions, 1.5.2. Click this. Add file will come up again. Complain I've got ad blocker again. There we go. Okay, so multitasking here, people. Let's try dynamic lights now. Now, with dynamic lights, this website used to work. It used to work fine, and then for some reason I couldn't get it to work from this link anymore. So what we're going to have to do, I mean, you can try downloading it from here and see if it works, but for me it just didn't. I don't know why. So instead of downloading from there, I'm just going to type in dynamic lights mod. Make sure you always put the Minecraft version you want it for. 9 Minecraft. It's a safe site. I've been on here multiple times. If I just skip this ad. There we go. I've got 2 of the 4 mods. If I just scroll down on this site, hopefully it should be down here. Here it is, 1.5.2. And can close that. Can close that. Download. You want to be really careful with these sites, the download you're clicking. Sometimes there'll be like 3 download buttons, and you don't want to click the wrong one because God knows what could get onto your computer. But that was the only one, so I know it was safe. So we've got 3 of the 4 mods. So the last one I want to get is Biomes of Plenty, which is probably one of my favourite mods at the minute. It doesn't say how many biomes it adds, but it adds a lot of biomes, and it just makes the game so much more different and fun to play. So if I open this, now again, like the Dynamic Lights mod, this website I believe has been updated, so it only has the 1.6 download links. And if you go to here and scroll down for older downloads, which is here, it says 1.5.2. You're like, oh my goodness, yay! And then boom, doesn't work. So what we're going to have to search for it manually again. So make sure you name of the mod, version you want. And with Biomes of Plenty, I've also found that the zip file doesn't actually work for me. So we're going to need the jar file for this to work. I'm not 100% sure why I can't get the zip file to work. Hopefully they'll update it soon so it works, but it never works for me. So I'm just going to stick to what I know works, and that's the jar file. So if we scroll down, all of these for 1.6, which you don't want. Here it is, 1.5.2. Add fly again, which I know is a safe site. And I believe this is the jar file. Like, some of them said zips, but I'm pretty sure I've downloaded. I'm pretty sure this is where I got the Biomes of Plenty we use on our server at the minute. Right, skip ad. The reason it complains I've got ad blocker is because that's how they get their money from advertising. And obviously, if I'm blocking the advertisements, it's not happy. Okay, so yep, see .jar, so we know it's a jar file. So I'm going to download that, and it will probably say it corrupted. There we go. It's lying to me. It didn't corrupt. I don't know why it says that, but it always says it. But it's never telling the truth. So if I show this in the folder now, as you can see, got the 4 mods we downloaded. Minimize this for now, we won't close it. I'm actually going to stop the server. You want to make sure you type in stop, otherwise if you just close it, I believe it can corrupt. And we're going to take note, we've got 76 mods. So if we log in and we've still got 76, we know there's a problem. Quit that. Right. So what I like to do to start with is have a completely separate folder. So then I have all the mods that are on my server in this one folder. There we go. And now what you're going to want to do is send all of these to your friends, because they're going to need all these mods to be able to log in. So they're going to need to do pretty much the same as you. I'll tell you what they need to do, and I'll tell you what you need to do. So before we actually put one on, we need to actually work out whether it's client-side or universal. So again, that's why this website is really good. So if we look for, say, dynamic lights, so dynamic lights, it says it's client-side. So we needed to know that. And also, if we open this link, it helpfully down here says it's a core mod. So, as it's a core mod, we need to do something slightly different with this, and your friends will need to do this as well. So if we go to our start, search for %app data, should bring up roaming. We then want to go to .technic, modpacks, Tekkit main, and because it was a core mod, we need to go to the core mods folder. And then what we do is the zip for this, again, it doesn't work, but if we open the zip, we can find the jar file by going in setup, core mods, and there's the zip file, not the zip, the jar file, sorry, and we just drag that into the core mods folder. Okay, so dynamic light should now be working. So now if we do damage indicators, your friends will need to put it into their core mods folder as well, in their Tekkit main. So now if we go to damage indicators, this one's universal, and this is just a mod. So instead of it being in core mods, we need to go back to Tekkit main, and now we go into mods, and then we copy it into our mod folder. Your friends will need to put it into their mod folder as well. And because it's universal, the server host will now need to put it into their mod folder in their server. So wherever their launched up bat is, they should have a mod folder, as you can see here. They want to put it in here as well. That's basically all the universal means. If it says client side, you only need to put it in your client. If it says universal, you need to do it, but you need to put it in your client and your server. And anyone who logs into the server will need all the mods in their client. They'll also need exactly the same mod version as well. So I've got HATS 1.3.3. If my friend tried to log in with HATS 1.3.2, it would not be happy. So you might want to download all the ones you want and then send it to them via Skype or some other way of transferring it to them. Okay, enough rambling. So now let's go to HATS client side. So as I just said, client side mods only need to go in the client. So if I put it into the client, and like I said, your friends will need to do it as well. And then last but not least, biomes of plenty, which I already know is universal. And because we've got the jar file, which works perfectly fine, we just plonk it straight in. And because it's universal, we now need to put it into our mod folder. Okay, just like that. So now if I get Minecraft launching, like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the world, because we've just installed new mods. We really want a new world, preferably, especially with biomes of plenty. Now if I click launch, it's just going to create a world like normal. It's not going to create biomes of plenty. There's two ways we can get a biomes of plenty world into our server. As you can see, 87 mods. So that's quite a big increase. That'll be because of dynamic lights. Dynamic lights adds like multiple mods for some reason. So you can either go to single player, create a new world, and then in more options there should be a world type called biomes of plenty. And then once you save that, once you create the new world, if you go to your %app data folder, if I can find it, here it is. Go to Tekkit main, there should be one called saves, and then you'd want to drag the world you just made into here and rename it world with a lowercase w. Or the way I do it, which is probably easier, if you go to server properties, and there should be one called level type. Now currently that's at default. We want to change that to biomes OP. Biomes OP in capitals stands for biomes of plenty. So if we save that, now if we launch this, launch our server, we can also look through our mods that we've got installed, but 87 generally can't be asked. But as you can see, dynamic lights, it's got player light, other player, on flame in, on mob equip, so it puts loads in here. Right, so if I now log into our server, which is nearly up, it's going to refresh it, there we go. And we just need to check that all the mods we just installed work. Now, biomes of plenty works. We're currently in a new biome. I don't know what that is. Hold on, let me just put myself in creative. Okay. So, biomes of plenty is working because we've spawned in a new a new biome already, which is pretty helpful. And we can also, there should be one called Biomes of Plenty. Yeah, here it is, Biomes of Plenty. So we know Biomes of Plenty is working. Now, what else did we install? Hats. The way you check if hats is working, you click H on your keyboard, comes up with a list of hats. Sorry about that, I had to cough. It brings up a loads of hats. 24 pages. Like it said, there should be 77, but I'm not going to count them. I believe them. As you can see, I've currently got the best hat on. So hats work. So now we had two more. We had damage indicators and we had dynamic lights. Now, if I can find a mob, hopefully somewhere, although it looks like we spawned on an island, which normally I'd be happy about. I love spawning on islands, but in this case, I mean, this is a really nice island as well. It's got like multiple islands, it's got the oil nearby. I mean, that's a pretty damn fine island. I'm not going to complain. But anyway, let's check out, oh, we don't want this. Let's check out dynamic lights first then. So I'm going to get a torch out, just because it's the easiest way to do it. And I'm going to, oh, mobs. There we go. Oh, that was lucky. As you can see, it comes up with a portrait at the top left of a chicken. The green thing, I believe, means they're passive, and it shows their health. So if I hit him, 3 out of 4, and it comes up with a nice little damage. It shows you how much damage I did on it. So if I was to spawn a diamond sword, say, oh, that's going to instantly kill it. 7, and instantly dies, minus 3 health. So now if I dig down as far as I can go, and then dig this way, it should become dark. There we go. Now if I get the torch out, I can see. So if I carry on punching through, oh that's bad. But as you can see, it's now light in here. You can also chuck it like that. Didn't even place it, I just threw it, and it creates light. So yeah, this has been step 4 on how to download and install mods. If you've got any questions on mods and how to install them, or any other part of this video, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. But yeah, I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.